Hi, my name is Racquel and this is the introductory speech. Today is January 27th, and I'll be talking about the places I've traveled to. Throughout my life, I have been to many places. Each of them have been for different reasons, and each of them have been for different experiences. I think traveling is important because it will give someone memories that will last a lifetime, just like they have done for me. Today I would like to talk about the 3 places I have traveled to. Those are North Dakota, Texas, and Cozumel, Mexico. Those 3 have been the top places I have traveled to, and I would like to share my experiences with you. The first thing I want to talk about today is the North Dakota trip I went on in 2011. I went on this missions trip with my church. The whole way there we rode a bus, and this was a 27-hour trip, the longest trip I've ever been on. This was the first trip that I have been this far away from home. The reason for this trip was because my youth pastor's dad originally built this church and he pastored it. The people wanted him to come to preach and wanted the teens to do a vacation Bible school for all the kids. We didn't just do a vacation Bible school, we also did yard work around the house we stayed in for the people that provided it for us. On the way back home, we stopped to see Mount Rushmore and the Theodore Roosevelt National Park. We saw many animals that you wouldn't see just around here in South Carolina. They were cool because they were wild buffalo and wild horses. They were just roaming freely. Another place I have been to is Texas for several hunting trips. The first time I went to Texas, I was 10 years old. Though I was young, I still remember the trip like it was yesterday. People were not lying when they said Texas was bigger. The hunting environment was much different than South Carolina. The trees were shorter and you could see far off. The deer were even bigger here. I shot a 10-point and a 300-pound hog. The 10-point was the biggest deer I've shot at that time. I thought the hog was a bear because I've never seen a hog before. This was one of my favorite hunting trips I have been on. The last place I would like to talk about is Mexico. My family and I went to Mexico on a cruise ship. Cozumel, Mexico was... When we first arrived, I noticed the water was clear and I could see all kinds of fish. While we were there, we swam with the dolphins. Not many people can say they swam with the dolphins in Mexico. The culture was way different than from America. At first, I was a little nervous about going to Mexico because it's out of the States, but I realized Mexico is just a beautiful place. People there drive on opposite sides of the roads, and that was a little crazy. One of the road signs said the speed limit was 80 kilometers per hour, but that really is 35 miles per hour here in America. That was really interesting to me. Today I have identified 3 key places I've traveled to. 1, North Dakota, 2, Texas, and 3, Cozumel, Mexico. Each place is different in their own way. I have learned a lot from just those 3 places. I'm so blessed because not many people can say they traveled. Each experience has brought me here today and is making me into the person I am becoming.